lads, there just needs to come a time in your life where you stop negotiating with your goals. I see this way too often, and I'm just going to nip outside and chill by the pool, just off the back of some work. But yeah, you need to stop fucking negotiating with your goals. It's ridiculous. If you say you're going to get up early, wake the fuck up early. If you say you're going to track your macros, track your macros. If you say you're going to fast, fast. If you say you're going to run that distance, run the distance. You say you're going to hit the training session, you hit the training session. There just needs to be an element of responsibility that comes with the word in which you put over yourself, because that word, your words, they hold a lot of power, right? And every time that you have a justification, or you justify not doing it, what you're essentially doing is telling yourself you're not valuable enough, you're not worthy enough, I don't respect myself enough to achieve this outcome, so therefore I am not ever going to achieve it. I am not someone that is built, I am not someone that is ready, I am not someone who is able to do this thing. And that's what you call breaking trust with yourself. That is how you literally destroy your confidence. And too many guys in 2025 have fake confidence. They're material people. They have the car, they have the missus, they maybe have some money in the bank, but really deep down when they look at themselves in the fucking mirror on a morning, on a night time, they're disgusted with their physique. And this is one thing that we teach every single one of our clients inside the project, right? There's LM365, early wake up time. When you wake up earlier, you are the closest you will be to your most aligned self. When the world is quiet, there's no noise, there's no pressure, you can work on you, you can read and reflect, you can run your morning assumptions, you can get your mind right for the day, focus on your growth habits, your self-building activities. The way I always work my day is me work, be work, and we work. Or the we and the be go vice versa, but me work in the morning, always working on building the best me to serve others. You know, hydration, caffeination, journaling, meditation, ice bath, running, training, all the things that turn me into the most confident, highest energy, highest frequency self, right? That always comes first and foremost. Then your read and reflection time. Reading your personal development books, not philosophy, personal development, because your life is the philosophy. Once you extract the wisdom from those books, that becomes your own personal philosophy. Then reflect on it, read it out, understand it. Don't just be a passive consumer of this content. This is where guys go wrong. They've read Atomic Habits 120 times, but they've still got tits. It's like, it doesn't really look good. It's more hypocritical, more hypothetical when you live a life like that and it's not aligned. Then you run your daily macros, specific for your exact goals, but you implement those macros in a fasting window to make things that slight bit more manageable. Because see, in the morning when you can just wake up, hydrate, caffeinate, get your electrolytes in, get some morning movement in, you are literally utilizing that kind of dopamine leverage to be like, right, I'm not eating until I've done these things. I'm not putting a single bit of food in my mouth until I've achieved these goals. And it's going to be amazing not only for your growth hormone secretion, but your insulin sensitivity and your overall cognitive function, guys. And again, like, see, when you start eating first thing in the morning, you're just telling yourself, oh, that's the box tick, it's dopamine. It's like waking up in the morning and having a fucking wank. You don't need the food straight away, so don't eat the food. And I think this camera's maybe steaming up a wee bit, so I'm going to nip inside. But that's habit number 3. Then you do your training session or your cardio session every single day. Because it's ridiculous if you do not have a high performance physique. Right, if you don't have a high performance physique, if you're not in shape, if you're not lean, and this is what we run with all of our guys inside the program. There's 4 phases: stabilize, build, thrive, and mastery. Stabilization phase is when we rip all of the body fat off, get you insulin sensitive, prime you for growth, prime you for that fucking beautiful reverse diet where your muscles poking against the skin and you're just looking incredible. That is your stabilization phase. Habits, mindset, lifestyle, routines, organizational strategies. Make sure all the little needle movers are all in place and they're nailed bang on. Then the building phase, where we can pack on muscle, reverse diet, and push your food up, push your muscle up, and have you sitting around that kind of 8 to 12% body fat but looking jacked. And that's a year-round thing. Then we thrive. That's when we start really driving performance, scaling volume back with driving intensity, and moving you in different directions in which you've never been before in terms of your physical and mental performance. And then mastery. We could do the full loop-de-loop, go back to the start but do it better for the final phase, and take the parts of the different phases that you've liked the most and build your own lifestyle blueprint that you can run for the rest of your life. It's as simple as that. That is how we do our coaching. So we nail the macronutrients. That has to be so fucking dialed in, right? And I know I went off on a tangent there, but it has to be so fucking dialed in. Otherwise, you're just selling yourself short. You're one of those, I'm going to eat myself clean. I'm going to clean eat my way to success. It's like, bro, if you're not on a fucking real calorie deficit, you're not losing body fat. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. It's mad. Then, no vices. No vices. You remove as much friction from your life as possible. If it's porn, if it's drugs, if it's alcohol, if it's, meaningless sex, if it's, gambling, whatever it may be, anything that gives you that initial high but has that massive low gets cut, gets removed. We want you so focused only on highest alignment activities all the fucking time. And that's what's going to keep you in that high frequency state, because you can't be in a high frequency state if you've not got high frequency habits. And then that's your habits all sorted. That's the LM365. I've got them here. Early wake up, pre 5 a.m. every single day, gym or cardio workout, fasting with your macros, read and reflection, and no vices. That's what you need to focus on. That's all you need to focus on. That's all my guys focus on in our programs to get elite level results. It's that easy, right? But it's the guys with the biggest egos that always justify things. It's guys with the biggest egos that say, I know what to do. Okay, if you knew what to do, where are your results? If you were so smart, it's like they always say to me, Lewis, I've got a great mindset, I'm eating healthy, I'm training hard. Okay, where's your results? Why are you not where you want to be? Why are we even having this conversation? Why are you not 8% body fat chopped and running sub 4 marathons? Why are you not jacked and strong and pushing, over 100 kilo in your bench press for working sets of 10 to 12? Well, the question is, why? Why are you not there then? Because it's all these guys, man. All these little fuckers, man. Absolute pussy boys. It's disgusting that say, I know what I'm doing, I can do it, I'm doing this and blah, blah, blah. I'm really working on my business, I'm working on my grind, I'm doing all these things. But it's like, you're obviously not doing the things correctly if you've not got any results. But it's like, I'm just being patient. It's like, no. There comes a time when patience is not a virtue. And you're just like in this false fulfilling prophecy telling yourself that what you're doing is right because it actually is easy and it makes you feel good. It makes you sleep at night knowing that lie you're telling to yourself is justified based upon your own poor behaviours and actions. It's like, but I get post-nut clarity. It's like, no, you don't. Just for one moment you actually have a massive dopamine or serotonin secretion and you fucking feel good about yourself, so you actually feel calm, but then you have that existential crash off the back of it. Same with any other advice, guys. And even if you're training, you think you're training fucking hard, you're not. You're just doing loads of random junk volume, getting a bit of a pump and leaving, then just going to go smash a big bowl of fucking hyper palatable cereal and drill into it, watching a fucking self-development YouTube video, trying to tell yourself that's like, yeah, this is aligned, this is on point, this is on value. It's not. It's not. If you wanted to get to where you needed to be, you first and foremost have to remove every excuse you've ever fucking made. And I'll tell you what, the same way I tell any of my clients, guys, the first 3 weeks of any real big change is the hardest, but once you're past those first 21 days, you're in complete flow state. That's when the fasting window becomes easy. That's when the macros become easy. That's when you don't really need to change anything. You can just focus on the small daily habits and processes. When you're getting up at that same time, your circadian rhythm's locked. when your diet's locked, when your training is only, 4 weight training sessions a week and a couple of runs. It's a daily input and it feels incredible. You can show up every single day and you've not got all that fatigue and lack of recovery. Your testosterone's nice and high. You're reading and reflecting, so your mind's always sharp and you're learning new things. And you're generally just in a spot where you removed all the fluff from your life, all the shit that's holding you back in terms of these vices. Just going to move this. All these vices so you can actually be successful, because you've subtracted all of the anchors, you've pulled them all away, and it's allowing you to actually thrive in life. So understand that, guys. You can't continue telling yourself that everything's fine when it's not. You can't continue justifying your lack of action and making excuses around it. You're just destroying your own confidence. You're destroying your own fucking purpose. You're killing yourself. You're slowly falling into this deep, dark despair, this pit of anxiety, because the further you get away from the person you need to be, the harder it will be. Deep that. And then think on this as well, guys. The more that you continue to self-sabotage and sacrifice your potential, even though it's a very easy habits-based process to achieve that, quite frankly, you still would struggle at because you're the worst at being you. You're shit at being you right now. That's probably a main thing to talk about. It's you're not even good at being you. Hence why you can't even do the basics at a good level. But if you suck at being you and you always make excuses and you're always justifying things I didn't want the abs anyway. Okay, you've sold yourself short. I didn't want to make 6 figures this year. Okay, you've sold yourself short. It's see the people in business that say, I don't want to make 6 figures because it puts me over the tax threshold. That is a broken mindset. The people that say, I didn't want to get too lean because I didn't actually want abs, that is a broken mindset. The people who say, waking up early, I'm not a morning person, that is a broken mindset. The people that say, running's not that good for it, I don't like running, broken mindset, you're just not good at it yet. Everything that you say you don't want is actually what you really, really want. Knowing what you don't need, that's powerful. Because I don't need a lot of things in my life to be happy, to be me, to be the best me. But saying you don't want something, hating on what you gave up on, is the worst thing you could ever fucking do. And when it comes to achieving the life that you want, you need to know what choices you're taking every single day to get there. Understand the outcome, remove the importance from the goal, and behave like the guy that would have that outcome non-negotiable. If it would just have it. It would just have it now. Because see, if I was to go back in time, right, and time collapse the last 10 years of this journey I've been on, I could probably do everything I've done up until this point. If I had the same thinking, but you put me back 10 years, I could have everything: physique, energy, strength, finances, relationship, lifestyle, anywhere in about a 3 to 6 month window. No chill on that. Literally, we just go hard. 3 to 6 months, could have it all back. And you guys will waste 3 to 6 months deciding on what the best logo will be for your business, or what the best workout will be, or who the best coach will be for you. See, that time you've spent wasting away in your own neuroses, your own thoughts, you've wasted 3 to 6 months, and that's allowed me to get 3 to 6 months ahead of you. You might be saying, no, you a big ego saying that, mate. You got a big ego saying that. I don't have no ego whatsoever. It's the guys with the biggest egos. It's the guys with the biggest egos, right, that say they know what to do and just don't do it, and hate on what they give up on, and justify as to why they've not achieved it, because all they care about is their own. They only care about themselves. How they feel in their own head. It's let me think of an analogy here, right? Let me think of an analogy here. This is going to be interesting, whatever I come up with, so bear with me. But it's it's like me saying to you, right? It's like me saying to you, I don't think being in shape is a good thing, but also being a coach and telling you how to get in shape. It makes no sense. It's hypothetical and it's hypocritical. The same way as you've always got the fat mate that tells you carnivore's a really good diet to go on, and he's fat as fuck. It's like, okay. Or like the broke accountant giving you financial advice. It just doesn't work, does it, guys? You know? So stop justifying all your shit. Stop it. Like, just cut it out, because it's pretty fucking lame. It's pretty gay. It's a pretty fucking bullshit way to operate. And to be frank with you guys, if you continue doing what you're currently doing, you're only going to get what you've currently got, which, in my honest eyes, is not that good. You can be so much better. You can be leaner, you can be fitter, you can be wealthier, you can be stronger. You need the habits. You need the habits. You can't just wake up one day and be where you want to be. You need to behave your way there. That is why LM365 works, because it's 365 days a year of the same habits. The same habits that would not only help a businessman make more money, but help a client get in great shape. They're all the same. It's all personal development. Your level of success will never outweigh your level of personal development. You need to know that. So stop playing it so small. Stop justifying. Stop leading your life with such a fucking big ego and negotiating with your inner bitch. You don't negotiate. If you ever hear that little bitchy gay fucking voice, like, just sleep in, just do this, just do that, you show up and you knock them the fuck out and you do the hard thing. You do the hard thing anyway. You keep on going and you do not stop, because that negotiation, it only takes so many of them until you've actually negotiated your way into a negative spot, a really bad spot, which you'll find it very hard to get out, because that little inner bitch will be speaking louder than the guy you want to be in your head. It's like there's two people, two versions of you, the little bitch and the fucking king. The king will slowly get tired and fatigued because he's been beaten so many times by a bitch. You know, so you're gonna let a little victim bitch control you, or you're gonna step into your kingship? You're gonna be the man that you've always wanted to be. You're gonna be the guy that just does not sell himself short. It's up to you. I'll continue hammering. I'll continue helping as many guys as possible follow these habits, getting great results, making good money, living the life they want, getting them in shape. The list goes on and on. It really does. It really does. So I'm going to actually invite you to work with me. If you want to work with me one-on-one, there's going to be a link below in the description. It's very simple. You click that link now. You click it right now. You fill out the application. I get the application. I message you on WhatsApp. We chat about where you're at, where you want to go, how we can best get you there, what your roadblocks are, what tier of the business you will come in at, tier 1, 2 or 3. What your needs analysis will be, how the program will work, and how we will bespoke it to you, if you are a good fit, that is. Then from there, we will operate together one-on-one, build the best life you could ever have imagined, physique, mindset, lifestyle, business, run it to the top, and then I'll see you in Bali. Guys, see you in the next one. Much love. Let's fucking go.